Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am going to be sharing 4 family meals with you all that we have eaten this week. I am definitely someone who likes to cheat with cooking if I can. If I can batch cook a sauce in advance that I can then add to numerous different meals throughout the week to make them much quicker to cook, then I will do. Or like you'll see in one of these recipes, when I make a fish pie, I just buy a fish pie mix. I don't buy all the separate fish. And that is simply, like I said, to save time. But I will do it so that it doesn't compromise on the health or the flavor of the meal. If you're watching this and see me for the very first time, I would love for you to hit that red button down there. I post loads of different meal ideas just like this one, and I put a brand new recipe idea on my channel every single Sunday morning at 7 AM UK time. So if you want a little bit of meal inspiration, then hopefully you will like my channel and want to stick around. With all that said, I'm just going to jump straight into these recipes. I hope you enjoy them, and let's get cooking. Right, so for dinner tonight, we're going to make a really quick and easy fish pie. So what I have got here, this is what I always actually get when I make a fish pie. I've got the Tesco's skinless and boneless fish pie mix. It comes with haddock, salmon and cod. And then I've got some eggs. I usually do about 1 per person, take away 1. And then I've got some potatoes, which I will put on top. And then over here to make my roux, I've just got some milk, some self-raising flour, some butter, and some mustard powder. This is so good and it adds so much flavor to it. Sometimes I do add prawns into here as well, but one of my boys aren't that keen on prawns, so today I thought I would just keep it really simple. So to make this, what I'm going to start off by doing is just chopping my potatoes up, getting them onto the boil, and then once they're soft, I'm just going to drain them off, add some milk and some butter and some salt and pepper, and then just mash those up. While that is cooking, I will also be making up my roux. So I'm going to just melt some butter. Once that's melted, I'll put in some self-raising flour and some mustard powder, just enough to bring the butter together to form an almost ball, but not quite a ball, otherwise it'll go a bit lumpy. Then I'm going to just slowly add in my semi-skim milk. I'm going to be whisking all the time as I do this, and I'll just keep on adding it until I create enough sauce and that it's a nice thick consistency. I will also just be boiling up my eggs on the side as well. Once my potatoes, my eggs and my roux is ready, I will then start constructing my fish pie. So this fish mix, I'm not going to poach. I'm literally just going to put this straight into an oven-proof dish as they are. And then I will get my eggs and I will just peel them, and then I will cut them into about 6 to just scatter them through my fish. Once I've done that, I will then pour on my roux mixture and just mix everything together nicely. Once that's been mixed up, I will then just top that all with my mashed potato. Forgot to show you about the cheese I'm going to add on at the end, but I'm going to add on a generous amount of cheese to the top of this and then pop this into the oven for about half an hour for everything to just get really piping hot in the middle and for my cheese to get nice and crispy on top. While that's cooking in the oven, I'm going to be cooking some peas on the hob because that's what we're going to be serving this with. So once my fish pie has been in for half an hour, I will then take this out and I will dish this up with some peas on the side. Right, so for dinner tonight, it's actually only Chris and I here, and for Christmas, I got given this pad thai meal kit, and I am really curious to try it out. It's still in date, I promise, August 22 it says. So what you get in here is you get some rice noodles, pad thai sauce, and also some roasted peanuts. So it's a really nice little kit to have. I do actually have some more rice noodles because I'm worried that's not going to be enough for Chris and I. So I might just add like 1 ball of rice noodles that I already have in the cupboard. And then I know these aren't traditionally in a pad thai, but I've got them in the fridge and I thought I would just use them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut them in half to make them a little bit thinner and a little bit less sort of chunky to eat up. So I might actually even do the corns in half and half again. And then the mange too, I might cut them into thirds. So that's what I'll do with those. And then I've got some jumbo prawns as well. So what I'm going to do to cook this is I'm literally going to get my rice noodles and put them in a pot of boiling water and just bring them up to the boil. While those are cooking through, I'm going to just, like I said, slice up my mangetout and my baby sweet corn, pop them into a pan and just fry them off a little to kind of soften down. Once they've fried for a few minutes, I'll then be adding in my cooked prawns as well. And by this time, my rice noodles will have cooked through, so I'll add those into the pan too. Once everything's in the pan, I'll then add my pad thai sauce to the pan as well. Mix everything together so there is sauce coating absolutely everything. And then it's ready to serve. So to serve, I'm just gonna put half of this on each of our plates. I've actually got a lime here as well, so I'm going to squeeze that over the top. And then I'm just going to top this meal with the roasted peanuts that came in the kit as well. And that is it. This is a 10-minute meal. It was so quick and easy to make and absolutely delicious. I'd well recommend trying one of these little kits out. So before I get into this next meal, what I want to quickly show you is what I put in the sauce that I batch cook every single week, and then I put half in the fridge, half in the freezer. It can be added to loads of different meals, or you can have it as a soup, or you can have it as a pasta sauce, which I often put with pasta and some cheese for the kids' lunch boxes. So what I basically do is just look in my fridge and just take out anything that's starting to kind of turn that needs to be used up. So I would also add maybe some carrots in here or some fresh tomatoes, whatever you've got in your fridge. So basically I'll use 1 onion. I'm going to use about 3 cloves of garlic. I've got 3 peppers here, a tin of chopped tomatoes, and I've got some veggie stock here. If you're doing a lot more than this, then I would use more than 1 veggie stock. And then you obviously want to add some water as well. So what I just do with this is I just chop everything up quite roughly, put it into a big pot, and then I fill my water probably about halfway up the veggies. And then I'll just cook this for about 20 minutes until everything's nice and soft, and then blitz it down with my handheld blitzer. And like I said, it's a really good base for so many different meals, but also pasta sauces and even soups. My kids love this, and it makes cooking so quick. Right, so for tonight's dinner, we're going to be having shepherd's pie. So I have got some lamb mince here, I've got potatoes, I've got my tomato sauce that I just shared how I make it, and I have also got some cheese here too. So what I'm going to do, because I've obviously already made this sauce, this is really, really easy and quick to make because the sauce has got your onions, your garlic, your stock, your tomatoes in there already. So you literally don't need to add anything other than your sauce to this recipe. So what I'm going to start off by doing is just browning off my lamb mince in a pan. Once that's browned off, I'll add in about 4 ladles of my tomato sauce, and I'll just let that simmer away for about 5 to 10 minutes. While that's cooking, I will be making up some mash as well. So I do keep my skin on my potatoes, and that's purely because I'm a bit lazy. So I'll just like quarter those up, pop them in some water, bring them up to the boil. Once they're nice and soft, I will just mash them with some butter, some milk, and some salt and pepper as well. Once that's all been mashed up, I will then put my mince mixture into a oven-proof dish, and I'll top it with my mashed potato, and then I'm going to put a generous amount of cheese on top as well. This is Rory's absolutely favourite dinner ever, so he is always so excited when we have this, and I will dish this up with some peas on the side. Okay, so for tonight's dinner, we're going to be having a carbonara. So at the weekend, I made a roast, and I did a gammon roast. So I have got some leftovers because we bought quite a big gammon joint. So what I've done is I've just cut those up into little kind of cubes, and that's going to be the meat in our carbonara. Then I have got 1 onion and 3 garlic cloves diced up in here. I've got 400 mils of veggie stock, some Philadelphia, spaghetti, and some Parmesan cheese, and I'll also add in some salt and pepper as well. But I am going to taste it first because obviously your gammon is a little bit salty, so you don't want to season it before trying it. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to cook up my pasta in some boiling water for 10 minutes. While my pasta is cooking, I will just fry up my onion and garlic in a pan with a little bit of oil for a few minutes to saute. Once that's sauteed, I'll then add in my gammon meat, and I'll also add in my veggie stock, and I'll add in 250 grams of Philadelphia cheese too. I'm just going to mix that all together until it's nicely combined. Once my pasta has cooked through, I will then add that to my little carbonara sauce. Mix that all together so the pasta sauce has coated all of the pasta, and then it's ready to serve. I'm just going to pop this into a bowl, and then I'll sprinkle some Parmesan cheese over the top. And then if you want, you can add some salt and pepper to season too. So those are the 4 family meals that I have made this week. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next week. Bye.